So yeah, if you are just jumping on, then give me a little shout out. Let me know where you live, or if you don't want to do that, you can tell me your weather. Our weather, well, like 3 hours ago was 80, and now it's like 60 and very, very, very windy and dropping fast. So yeah, the cold is coming. I think we have like a high in the 40s Sunday and Monday or something like that. So super not looking forward to that. I was enjoying my summer in October, if you will. But I will wait a few more seconds, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So yeah, are you guys all excited and ready for Halloween? Costumes are mostly there. We're just going to put it at that. Halloween is here, and it is what it is. And if it works, I'll take pictures, and then I'll let you guys know how that goes. So yeah, if you are just getting on, then just give me a little shout out. Give me a thumbs up, a heart, a share. Any of that would be appreciated. And we'll go ahead and we will get started so we can stay on time with everything, and I'm not keeping you guys here all night long stamping with me. So this is the October 2023 online card class. I am Laura with LaurasStampPad, and we will be using the Modern Garden stamp set, which I love because it has florals, and you guys know how much I love them. But there's also, hi Penny, there's also a lot of great greetings, and including a Christmas greeting and even a poinsettia, which, let me know, do you guys say poinsettia or poinsettia? I think it's kind of potato, and that there's no real way to say that, but if anything, I'm telling you guys, you need this punch, because this punch is phenomenal and works so well, and it's just, I don't know, it's not an oval, it's not a square, it's not a circle. It's this amazing rounded edge fabulousness. Here, I can kind of flip it over. You're going to see it all night long as we use it for each of the cards and stuff. So I know like the glare is kind of like not super showing it. But anyway, that's the stamp and the punch that we're using. Of course, if you need to modify at any point, you can modify with a different greeting, different stamp set, your favorite punch or anything like that. That works too. If you got the card kit, thank you. And we'll go ahead and we will get started with the first card being the short, pretty peacock paper. Oh, Penny, that's awesome. I'm so excited to have you live. That way we can chat and everything. Hi, Gianne. Welcome. Oh, I'm so excited. It's early for you, actually, isn't it, out in Oregon? It's 6:30, right? I am horrible with time and time zones and stuff, so I don't know. I might be wrong on that. But anyway, if you have the card packet, then you can go ahead and get out this card first. And this is the one we'll be doing. I am sold out of these card kits, but you can still download the PDF tutorial. You can see down here on the bottom of the screen, it says LaurasStampPad.etsy.com. And you can download the PDF tutorial there, as well as any of the others. I think next month will be my 2-year anniversary of online card classes. So there will be 24 next month. So there's only 23 this month. So go ahead and go check those out. 5:30. See, I told you I was way off. And like I said, I'm horrible with time zones. So have you already had dinner, or do you do that after class? I know we are early dinner people, so we actually eat at 5. And yeah, we're just early. So this first piece, this uses a piece of 5.5 by 6. And then there's always that little strip left over, that extra 1/2 inch, which is this piece. that we can use for the inside of our card as like a little decoration piece. So if you're using a 6x6 paper pack, you can pretty much use the entire piece for this card. So I have it scored here at a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and then over here at 1 1/4 inch. And we're just going to zigzag, like Z fold. And this little tab is gonna go behind our card base of Pretty Peacock. And then the other one's gonna fold back, but we're also going to add this little strip of the Poppy Parade. Well, hello, I'm so excited to have so many first timers tonight. That is awesome. Welcome to all of you guys. Oh, and thank you for the 2-year anniversary. Yes, I started doing the online card class in December, again, 2 years ago. And shout out to any of those who were on that live with me. If you remember, we actually had a tornado that night while we were live. And it was crazy. My phone was blowing up. I was trying to hold composure. My husband was bringing the kids downstairs rather than putting them to bed. And yeah, it was nuts. But we were damage free. Everything was fine. And it was all good. It was just, I'm like, this is the first one I'm doing. This is not a good sign. And of course, with like the weather dropping tonight, I'm like, wait a minute, is there going to be any bad weather? And I started to get super nervous. Okay, so in case you were wondering while I'm, chit-chatting about everything else and not about what I'm creating, I actually use tear and tape for this. I kind of liked a little bit of a stronger adhesive, but I also like the fact that this stays right on the edge, which is where I need my adhesive to be, because I only want a little bit of this Poppy Parade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the grid on my paper and line up my card on that grid line. And then my Poppy Parade, I'm going to come out 1 grid square forward. And then this way, I know that that I'm even all the way across instead of like pressing it down, flipping it over and going, oh my gosh, I'm angled or something like that. So I use the little grid. And then the tape, has that nice strong hold on my project. I love tear and tape. I find it to be so easy to use, and it is very strong. And so, I don't know, I love it. You just tear it with your fingers. So you just pull and then rip that paper off the back of it. I also sometimes like it for doing like certain folds because I can pull the tape off as I need and not like have all that adhesive showing at one time. Look at all of you guys out west. I'm so excited. You'll eat after. You love the shape of the new punch too. Yes, me too. I'm loving it. So there we have our card front and our card inside. And then again, like I said, we have this little strip. You could use this. That's all like personal preference. I kind of find there to be a little too much Pretty Peacock. So I actually think I will use like the floral side just to add a little extra color and pop to the inside of this piece. So I'm going to add this to the inside with a little white on the one side. And then because there are fabulous poinsettias, I have always said poinsettia, but I also have heard poinsettia, I think is how you say it. So yeah, I'm going to use that flower and just stamp it down here in the corner. And then I'm using, that was Poppy Parade, and then I'm using a little bit of wild wheat for the dots in the center of the flower. And then here, let me pull in the stamp set. So there's 2 different sizes of the poinsettia, and then there's a little dot, a bigger dot, and then there's the little bitty dots, like the cluster of dots that you can do. And so you can use all of those as the insides for all of your flowers. I don't think that there's a right or wrong way to do a flower. So you can always pick that if you know your flower more and you know what the center of the flower looks like, then you can always do that option as well. So then we're just going to add this to the inside of our card. Oh, we got to stamp our envelope too. So we're just going to add, I feel like my Poppy Parade needs a little re-ink. Who wants to see how to re-ink an ink pad? Normally I would just be like, oh, I'll do it after class. But I love this class to be able to show you guys the ins and outs of stamping. And one of those is re-inking an ink pad. So here we have our Poppy Parade and our little Poppy Parade ink refill. And I'm just going to kind of paint it back and forth. And then kind of go around the edge. Now, one of the other things that I will say, you can always take like the back of a spoon. A lot of times I use a plastic spoon. Like I have plastic spoons in my little cups over here. Another option that you can do is sort of take a stamped image and just sort of like tap, tap, tap and move all over the ink pad. And that's going to kind of help move that ink around and settle it so it's not so, so stripy. So now we have a fabulous flower. I might, just because it's so pretty, I'm going to put an extra one on the back. So you can see that is a little bit more solid and richer in color, and these are a little bit lighter. And now we have to do a little wild wheat center again. There we go. Okay. I don't think I need this again for a while, so I'm going to, I do need it for the greeting. I was going to say I'm going to close it so that I'm not getting it all over, but I guess not. Okay, so now for the front greeting, I am just going to take this fabulous punch out my greeting off of my scrap white, and we're going to do that Christmas greeting. Wishing you the warm blessings of Christmas. I love that. I love, love, love it. Wow, I feel like I like super got that in the center, which I'm kind of impressed. Okay, and then we're going to use dimensionals to pop that greeting up. So how many of you guys are excited about Halloween? Are you dressing up this year? Do you not dress up? Have you not dressed up for years? I've recently started dressing up again with the kids. Okay, and then we're going to use these gorgeous pearls that are in this same suite with the Garden Walk. The designer paper, these pearls, the punch, the stamp set. There's pink, green, gold, and blue. And I'm just going to get my take your pick tool and kind of shape the putty on the end there. And I'm doing gold for this one. So we're just going to add a little gold there and here and another one down there. And that is card number 1. Super cute, super simple, great way to use up designer paper. We all know we love to hoard designer paper, but use it up. The other fun thing is you don't have to pick which side of the designer paper you love because you get to see both sides of the paper. So that, to me, is the major bonus because we love our designer paper. We can't decide what side to use, so this way we get to do both and showcase it, and I love that. So that is card number 1. And then if you have your card packet, card number 2 is going to be the Lost Lagoon card. So you can go ahead and grab that one. Northern Indiana. Oh, fantastic. So is it still pretty warm there because the cold front hasn't come across just yet? Or has it started cooling down for you? Penny. We had, let's see, after school, so like between 4 and 4:30, we had like 5 raindrops come through, not even enough to wet the patio. And wind blew and boom, 20 degrees dropped. So, but that's about all we got so far. But when we went for our evening walk after supper, it was pretty chilly when the wind was blowing. So we're going to start by folding our paper in half. And where is, I guess I didn't need a bone folder for the last card. I was like, how do I not know? I stole it and took it over there for a project this afternoon. Okay. About 68, so it's still a little bit warmer there than I think it is here. But yeah, it's cooling down for sure. Okay, and then we have 2 of the pieces of Petal Pink. One is for the inside, and the other one is for the front. And what I did is I took some of that gorgeous designer series paper, and I took 2 pieces and cut a whole bunch, like as much as I could, went all the way around, even did like small pieces along the edge, you know, everything. I don't know what that is. So some of them are whole, some of them are, you know, pieces and everything. And then I just kind of created this gorgeous background. Again, a great way to use up scraps. Also a great way to showcase lots of different designer series paper. So like if you do a designer or a card and use the majority of the designer paper, but have like little bits left over that you're like, what am I going to do with this? Punch it into pieces, gather all of those same prints or, you know, same color combinations and make a card like this. And it's super fun. So what I do is I kind of start with the middle. But I don't really want to do like dead center because let's be honest, I'm not sure where the dead center is. And so rather than like being off, then I'm just going to kind of eyeball a little over here. And so that is my center one. Wait a minute, I might actually move that. I am going to move it. It's not centered. I need the dental floss. I'm all about the tricks tonight. So here's another trick. If you put that down, you can take some dental floss, shimmy it up underneath, and kind of saw back and forth to break the seal of that adhesive. I should have got more dental floss so that I could wrap it around my fingers. And there we go. So the thing about that is minimal tearing on your cardstock, and also you don't get that like curved look. And now I can't get the dental floss off my hand because it like shredded and now it's static clinging to me. Okay. So minimal rippage on your paper, but also you don't have that like curl look. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to put a piece here and put a piece here. And then now I'm going to find the center a little bit better. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to use those prints. So I'm just kind of offsetting them because I want them to, you know, look like rows and not be like straight up and down or anything particular. And this one's going to be like, again, I don't necessarily want like these two the same and that one, like, so they're all going to be a little bit different. And then now we're just going to fill in. So this one's going to go here. And let's see. I think I'm going to do, oh, wait. Here's a little bitty piece of this that I'm going to do there. And then I'll just turn it upside down and cut once I'm all done with my pattern. Let's see. I don't know what to do. Okay, we're going to do just a little bit of this up here. And I actually want the rest of that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Because I'm going to use this side down here. You've never seen anyone use dental floss like that? So I've always kind of joked and said that, you know, I don't really use dental floss. So all the like floss that I get every time I go to the dentist in the little like goodie box, that goes into my craft room. I will say, if my dentist is watching, I mostly use plackers, you know, like those little handheld things. I'm not good with the wrapping it around my fingers and I don't know. I always get it stuck. So I prefer the other things. So yeah, all the dental floss that I get from my dentist goes to my craft room. And it really helps break the seal of your adhesive by shimmying across than it does like ripping like that. And then, you know, sometimes you can save it. Sometimes it just doesn't work and, you know, you got to toss the piece of paper anyway. But sometimes it works perfectly and that's awesome. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I've already used every print and I don't know what to do for this one. Like if I do that, then it's right here. But if I do that, then that's right there. I don't know what piece to use. I still think I'm going to do that because I don't know. I feel like it needs like a little bit more blue maybe. Some of it will also be kind of covered up with the greeting, so it might not look as obvious or distinct. Hi, babe.
What's that beautiful smell?
What's that beautiful smell? My little foofy moofer over there. You want to say hi to all of our friends? Say hi.
Hi. What card are we making?
I'm making this card.
Okay. I only have 10 minutes, okay?
You only have 10 minutes. I'm also going to use a few of these pieces. Like I like to kind of use like the little half a pieces and put those on the other petal pink. And those, oh, there's a little adhesive on that. So I guess I'm going to use the floral side. And that will just be decoration for the inside of my card as well. And on the inside, we will also stamp, enjoy your special day. And I'm going to do that in Pretty Peacock.
Mom, beautiful smell, but kind of disgusting.
So enjoy your special day is going to go on the front. Or I'm sorry, on the inside. And then, so that goes in here.
Mommy, I'm ready. 10 minutes, okay?
you can do some of these
Okay.
and add them to your card like this.
Okay.
So now we can add this to our card front.
Oh, can I have some of this?
Here's another one.
Okay.
Claire always enjoys stamping with me. And so she finished her bath early tonight so that she could come down. Yeah, you have 10 minutes. Okay. And then I'm going to take, so the greeting for this one, you might notice is a little bit smaller than the modern oval. And I went ahead and fit it sort of to the greeting and also to not be so large to take away from like the print of the front of our card. So what I did is I took a small strip of paper. This is actually in my scrap bin. It's one of the sizes that I have a lot whenever I'm cutting my white. So this is actually, it's like 1 inch. And like whenever I do when I do 4 across for like the insides of my cards, 4 by 5 1/4, then I always have these 1 inch strips left over. So you can see that it's actually smaller than the punch. And so what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to slide this, not like in the punch up top, because this is actually quite long. I wanted it to fit my greeting just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide like up underneath and punch. And now we have that little rounded look right there. That's awesome. I'll give you this after I'm done. So now we're going to stamp our greeting. It's your birthday. And hold on. Okay. Here's the It's Your Birthday greeting. And here's pretty peacock.
But what do I have to do?
And then now I'm actually going to slide this again up under there and go, well, I guess I didn't need to go like that. This time I can go just like this. And again, center it and have it close to the It's Your Birthday and punch. And now we have that same rounded edge look, but it's smaller and fits our greeting. So it's not as big as all of these, and so it's not going to, you know, kind of take away from that. So we'll slide it under like that, but this side is still out. And punch. And then now stamp your greeting. And then now I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back and use this coral trim and sort of like up, down, loop it around. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just kind of pressing it into that little smidge of adhesive. And now I'm going to add dimensionals all over the top.
And then do it again, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, Mom?
And yes, I'm a dimensional overuser, so I did use a lot, but also I wanted to make sure I held that ribbon on and I covered up any of that extra adhesive that I had on there.
Mom.
Where's your piece?
I can just right here.
Peggy or Penny says hello. Okay, there you go. And now use dimensionals to put that on your card.
Anywhere?
Anywhere you want.
I don't have a card. I guess that's sweet.
Oh yeah, on that. And then we're gonna finish off with some pink pearls.
Can I do it anywhere?
Mm-hmm. So I always use the putty tip and sort of use it like a bulldozer with my pearls. So I just kind of push on the side like a bulldozer and grab the embellishment. Super cute. Do you want to show everybody? Here's Claire's card.
C-L-A-I-R-E.
There you go. Good job, babe. Stamp, it's your special day. So enjoy your special day. And that is card number 2.
Why did I not do card number 2?
That was card number 2. Mm-hmm.
What's that bad thing?
Okay. So that is card number 2. Now it is time for card number 3. I feel like the next 3 are all equally hard. So if you if you're wondering, like, is she saving the hard one for the end? I don't really know which one's the hard one. So we're just gonna do them and go with that. Okay, so all these extra little pieces can go. Let me know if you guys are having a problem with the connection. I have like a little error coming up and I'm not sure what it means. So let me know if you're having a connection error. Okay, so now I'm doing the Pretty Peacock card. So if you got one of the card packets, then go ahead and get out the Pretty Peacock card. I will say I will have the opening for the November class, because November I'm doing that one on, I think it's the 17th. It is the Friday before Thanksgiving, so it's a little bit earlier in the month than normal because I'm not doing it on Black Friday. And then it's December already. How crazy is that? So I will give you a sneak peek of those cards at the end of the class, and you can always comment and let me know that you want one of those kits, or otherwise stay tuned and the registration for that one will open up soon after. Hopefully I have it open next week, but Claire's out of school for 3 days, so I don't know what's going to get done next week. Okay, so for this card, you probably want to see the sample. Let's see, here it is. It keeps freezing. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going on that it keeps doing that. I have no clue why. So I apologize for that, and hopefully it'll like start to even out or something. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But this is the next card. This card has like a little peekaboo card on the front, as well as the full-size card on the inside. So how cute is that? A little extra. Super, super fun. So we're going to get started by putting these 2 1-inch panels on. And you want to make sure, which, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. You could always flip-flop your prints and do like this and then do the floral in the middle, or vice versa. So I'm just going to kind of center that on the 3 sides down here. And then to do these in the Pretty Peacock again. Oop, that's upside down. It's your birthday. And then we have the flower, and the flower is actually done in Calypso Coral this time. Which we will also add another, I might actually get my little foam mat. Whenever you have a solid image like this, a solid stamped image, sometimes I like to stamp on a foam mat to give a little bit more of like a smooth look. And you know what? While we're at it, let's stamp our envelope too. And then we have Pretty Peacock for the center of the flower. And for the inside of our card. And for our little mini card. Awesome. I did the wrong one, as you can see there, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter which flower you do or which center you do. It works for all of them. And if you never saw this card, you wouldn't know anything different. And actually, I used a different flower. I used that flower for that one. So look, you can use any flower you want. Okay, so now here comes kind of the tricky part. So what I did here is you're going to want to line this up with the, okay, so this is my right hand side. You're going to want to line up the petal pink with the right hand side and center between these floral pieces. So it's going to be offset right here. You know, it's not going to line up on this side. It's only going to line up on this side because this piece is going to be that extra. And I have that little score line there. And so that is actually going to go there to be our little book. But it goes that way. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape. Claire came in and I kind of pushed some stuff aside and, oh, here it is. I can't really always blame it on her because I'm always pushing stuff aside and burying things. I finished working on a class prep this morning and then had to clear my table so that I could get ready for this. And I mean, I'm finding like 3 bone folders and 2 pairs of scissors and just stuff all over the place. Okay, and then this is going to go over that. Again, it's going to center up and down and it's going to line up flush with the edge here and then just press. So now you have that edge and it lines up. And then you fold on that little score line, and now you have that little peekaboo book look. Book look. That's kind of fun. Isn't it cute? I know. It's kind of like, okay, wait, what do we need to do that for? But on the other hand, why not? It's super cute. And then this piece we're going to put on the inside of our card. And then we will go ahead and finish decorating the front of our card. Okay, so another thing, this punch might be a single punch, but you can get a layering look by just cutting one of them in half. So what I did was I cut this one in half lengthways. Okay. So I cut it lengthways, and I'm going, oh wait, I need to stamp and add my flowers to this before I add my layers. So I'm going to bring back in that foam mat again. But this time I'm going to bring in a little piece of grid paper. So that I don't make a mess on my foam mat by falling off the edge. So we're going to do that flower in that corner and some Calypso Coral and some Pretty Peacock. And we're going to do a little stamped off Pretty Peacock to kind of give the look of Lost Lagoon without having to get out the Lost Lagoon ink pad, because why not? And then we will also do some Calypso Coral stamped off for a little bit of a petal pink look. And then now let's come back in and do some flower centers. Maybe we'll actually, yeah, we'll do some wild wheat with the polka dots on that one. And then we'll leave the little ones alone. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to add adhesive on the bottom and the top. And I like to do this where I'm not holding the thing. If I do it in the air, I feel like there's a lot of like movement. I prefer to sort of place it down, angle this like, you know, like that, and then sort of set it down so that I can kind of see where I'm going. And then again with that one. And you'll notice that like there's a little bit of like some that you can see right here where you're like, oh, I feel, which mine I actually feel like it looks pretty seamless. But if you have more or less showing or something, no worries. Our greeting is going to go over that piece. And so that is this little bitty petal pink piece. And we're going to stamp enjoy your special day. And then I'm just going to add little banner tips. So the best way to do this on a little piece of paper, or on any piece of paper technically, is to cut straight up in the center and then cut diagonal from the corner to that cut line. From the corner to the cut line. Straight up in the center from the corner to that cut line. The thing about this straight up in the center is even if it's not the center, you're like, by going to that line, you're going to do better than if you go like this and then go like that, and then you end up, you know, kind of off, if you will. And then, so I find that that kind of works better, is to give yourself that center point. And then I am actually going to use the edge of my Stampin' Dimensionals, because no dimensional left behind. So I'm going to use that edge piece, which will be perfect for this. But actually first I'm going to add this to my card. So I'm going to add this to the card front. And then this is just going to go right across the center, covering up any sort of edges that you might have with that pretty peacock layered look. And then I'm going to take this piece of the braided trim and make a bow. And of course it's like super offset, but that's okay. We'll fix it until we have the perfect bow. And then yank these tails down, pop out our bow a little bit, and then I'll use a mini glue dot to stick that on the card. I always use these mini glue dots that come in kits, because I don't use those in kits. I don't like them, but I find them to be handy for stuff like this. But I really don't like them in kits. I usually use my adhesive of choice instead.
Mom, what's this?
That is a foam mat. Are you going to bed? Night night, baby. I love you. Good night. I love you. Tell all your friends good night.
Good night.
And then now this one, I'm going to add some of the blue pearls. I don't know how many people are watching.
60?
Maybe. Okay, so we're just going to add, well, maybe, if I feel like if I put one in the middle of that flower, I need to put one in the middle of other flowers. So I'm not going to do that. There we go. How cute is that? Whenever I went like this, the front kind of fell open and I thought my card was like, I didn't glue it down and I just flung it open and I was like, oh no. And then I remembered that it has a double opening. So cute. I love it. So this is card number 3. And you can see I did different flowers and everything. You can kind of play with that. And then we have card number 2 and card number 1. So you guys can cast your vote on which one you guys are loving so far. And we will do this one. So this one is super, super fun. It looks like an envelope. And this little flower here is actually kind of holding our envelope closed. So you kind of untuck it, open it up like a gatefold, and how amazing is that? Isn't that super fun? Love, love, love it. Okay, so let's get started. It's actually really simple to create. Number 3 is your favorite so far. That's awesome. So yeah, if you have the card kit, then you can go ahead and pull out the one that has all the pieces, the triangle pieces, and most importantly, the big piece of Poppy Parade. Oh, you like number 4. You're changing your mind already and you haven't even gotten started with it. So for this one, I gave instructions on this as I scored the one side halfway. And rather than scoring both sides and hoping that they like met up perfectly in the center, I actually got this trick where you score only one side and then you just bring the other side in to meet it. And by doing that, you know you're not going to be like, ooh, I scored, you know, a little less than 2.5 or a little more than 2.5. And so it doesn't actually meet up in the center. So this way you kind of have that starting point by scoring the one side, and then you just fold the other one into that one. So that was super helpful to know. And then you can actually use whichever side you want of your designer paper to adhere to those front gates. Okay, so now we have our front gates, and then now we're going to take that triangle piece. So this is a half of a 6x6 piece, and I'm going to bring this in. If you have your 6x6 piece of paper, and I wish I had a 6x6 piece. I have this. You can then take the corners. I don't know how, like, can you see my entire paper cutter? It always kind of takes a while for the video, like, to catch up because it's always a few seconds behind. So you can take the corners of the paper and put them in this center track of your paper trimmer and then close it and cut. So then you have the two triangles. Of course, that was just scrap paper. So that's how I did this and did the two triangles. So again, a 6x6 piece, you're getting 2 cards out of that. And then I scored it at 1/2 inch along that long line. So like you kind of look like you have a hat or a boat or something. And then what we're going to do, in the beginning, I actually put adhesive along this trim, but I found it is better to put adhesive on the back of the card here because when I put it on this strip, I went too far and then I had adhesive and I was wasting adhesive and I had stickiness everywhere and I was going crazy. Because we only want adhesive to hold here and then we're actually just going to cut off these side little pieces. So if you put adhesive on the back of the gatefold card, then you'll be good. The other tip that I have to say is you want, oh wait. No, it's okay. That was a good catch though. I almost did it showing that, which is fine, but I want the flowers. So you want the point of your envelope to be between your gatefold. So we're just going to center that, flip it over, peel off our adhesive. I am so not on the edge. Okay, wait. Hold on. Line it up again. And then squeeze. Okay, we're good. Again, if I had adhesive going all the way out, then it probably would have stuck a long time ago and I wouldn't have had that little extra, oh my, time to be able to do that. And then now I'm just going to trim that off and trim this. And then there we have our envelope. And then now we can add this to our base. And again, since there's all these different layers and stuff, I'm going to use a little bit more tear and tape. Again, just for that nice, strong stick. Hi, Denise. So excited to see you on. Okay, and then this just goes centered on the garden green. You missed Claire. She's already headed to bed. But I'm sure she'll be excited to know that you were on, Denise. Okay, so there is that. And then we have that white piece for the inside. It's your birthday. And then the little flower. And I did that in garden green, which I'm going to have to clean some of these. Piece of vellum. Okay, so we're going to say it's your birthday. And then we have the little flower in Poppy Parade.
Can I, after you're done, can you come to my room?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love you, baby. Night-night. Okay, and then Poppy Parade. Oh, I did close Poppy Parade. So I'm going to stamp that there, but I also need a little scrap piece to stamp another one that I'm going to fussy cut out. And then of course we need to stamp our envelope. Why not do it a few times, right? And then we are also going to fill in the center with the wild wheat. You fell asleep? Well, gotta set an alarm for something like this. But I will be sure to tell her Happy Halloween and hello from you, for sure. So cute. Oh wait, and that other one. So there's our envelope. Here is the inside. And then now we get to fussy cut this out. So if you guys enjoy fussy cutting, then play your little Jeopardy music and enjoy. I am not a huge fan of fussy cutting. I just get like anxious and antsy and I just want to be done, and then I start to get like choppy, and you know, like in the beginning I'm like fine lines and details and it's so fun, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, and I just want to be like, there, we're good. So usually like a flower or two I can do, but like I see some people who fussy cut out, you know, reindeer and like crazy things, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, that is a lot more patience that I do not have. Yeah. I'm also like, I can do some coloring, but I also feel that same way with coloring. I just like, I don't know, enough is enough. I'm tired of coloring now. Or it needs to have like a lot of different colors, but then I also get super nervous that I'm going to color, you know, I thought it was a flower petal, but it was really a greenery stem or, you know, something like that. And then I get frustrated that I messed it up when no one's probably even going to notice anyway. And I can always put an embellishment over it, but you know how that goes. You always notice your own mistakes more than you notice anybody else's, so there we go. You're not a fan of fussy cutting either? Oh, hi, Diane. I'm glad you love this card as well. Okay, so then with this one, I'm going to put one dimensional in the center, and I'm going to fold this all closed, and just, I don't want my dimensional to touch my envelope, but I want the flower to overlap a little bit so that it holds my envelope closed. So see how it just kind of slides right underneath that flower, just like that. And I did it all different. I did green center and instead of yellow, and I'm all over the place with my different looks tonight. And then I have my two circles. This time, I'm actually going to cut the green in half up and down. And I'm going to do a little on the left and a little on the right. I love it when you can take a punch and punch it twice and have that layering effect. One punch, one little punch, and you get two different, or, you know, like a layered look, two different looks, or two different images. I don't know exactly how you would say that. And then I added this to the card front with dimensionals as well. And then we're going to take some scrap pieces of white and stamp a couple greetings. So you guys saw that one of the greetings is enjoy your special day. So we're going to stamp that in the garden green. And let's be honest, I'm going to stamp it twice in case I need it twice. And then we also have best wishes for a fun-filled future together. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'll ever use that greeting because, like, it's a good wedding greeting, but, like, I send more anniversary cards than wedding cards because I don't know, I feel like we're starting to, like, tip the scale into, like, our generation is done getting married and we're not yet to the next generation. So anyway, so we have this. I'm going to stamp it for just a few of them. Another thing that you can actually do is you can actually cut the best wishes off. Did you know you can cut your stamps? I know, it's a little panicky. Heaven forbid you cut the stamp. You know, it's like ruining it. But it's okay. You can do it. It'll be fine. Hi, Marcella. So we're also going to stamp this. Okay. Now we are going to cut out wishing you a fun-filled special day. I will say the first time I did it, I forgot the A. So it just said wishing you fun-filled special day instead of a fun-filled. Yeah, I messed that one up. So first we're going to do... Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do the angle because I already messed up on that. We're just going to do straight. So, wishing you a fun-filled. Okay, a fun-filled. Also, did you guys know about Stampin' Up's amazing deal that's going on this month? And it's ending soon because it's ending at the end of the month. But you can join Stampin' Up for either 35% off or 35% more in your starter kit, which is an amazing deal. So normally it's $99 and you get $125 in any product that you want. But this month, we're celebrating Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary. So exciting. It has been a wonderful 35th year, all year long. And they're ending with this. And so, like, the 35% off makes it like $64 or something like that. And you get $125 in products. So that's like 50% off. 50% off. Like, that is awesome. Or... you can, so see, I like use different pieces. You could always use the Christmas on another one or something like that. You could do best Christmas, enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your, and then Christmas, blessings. This, is there a this? No, there's not. Okay. Anyway, the other option is to get 35% more in your starter kit. So instead of 125, you get one, I don't know the number. 164, or am I thinking of the, I don't know what 20 or 35% more in your starter kit is, or what that percentage number is. But either way, it's an amazing deal. You also get registration to their event that they're having in November, which is on stage, and it's virtual, so you don't have to worry like, oh, can I travel? Oh, and it's on a weekend, and you can also watch it later. So if you can't watch it like at that time, then that's okay. Huge celebration, huge fun event. I'm so excited about it. Lots of sneak peeks about the upcoming catalog coming out that you'll get, and just so much more. It's so awesome. And that registration alone is $77. So like you're getting so much goodie. And I have to share it with you guys because it's a wonderful deal. And Wishing you a special day. Got it. Wishing you a fun-filled, not that slanted, a fun-filled special day. And then we're going to put our little bow over in the corner. So yeah, I have to share with you guys and let you guys know about that. And there's always room in my stamp family. I love my stamp family so much. I recently met one of my girls in my team who's from Delaware. I thought I would never meet her in person. And that was awesome. And like, we totally hit it off. We did lunch together. I met her husband too. It was a blast. It was wonderful. And like, I would have never met her if it wasn't for the internet. She found me, on one of these videos. I don't know whether it was on YouTube or on my Facebook. And she loves Stampin' Up. And so she joined my team, and then like we got to meet in person, and it was just like real life amazingness. It was wonderful. And if you guys didn't know, me and Brad actually met online, not through like a dating website or anything, but I got a random email from him, added him to my messenger, and boom, the rest is history. So, I'm really good at meeting friends online, and I'm not a creeper, okay? I don't want that to come off weird. Anyway, let's see. So we're going to do the green ones. But yeah, I'd love to have you guys join my team and take this amazing offer that Stampin' Up! Has right now, because it is super fabulous. And I have to share it with you guys, because why do I want to like keep that offer to myself? We all share good deals with our friends, right? So I'm sharing it with all of you guys. So that is card number 4, the fabulous envelope card. Super, super cute. Again, 4, this is 3, this is 2, and this is 1. And there's 1 more to go. So, get ready for the last one. That one was probably the most detailed. This last one, I don't know. Maybe you'll say it's detailed too. So this one is a window sheet card. Do you see that? It's clear. Super, super cute. Okay. So I just took a piece of window sheet, and again, it's clear. So like, I don't know how else to show it to you guys except shake it so you can see the wiggle or hear it. So I took the window sheet. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it, and we're really gonna like really push with our bone folder to get that nice strong crease. Okay? Nice strong crease is what we want. And then what I did is I added the Poppy, or I'm sorry, it's not Poppy Parade. It is Pretty Peacock. And I used tearing tape. Are you surprised? I used tearing tape for a couple reasons. 1, I wanted a nice strong hold. 2, I wanted nice even lines of adhesive because you can see it through. And if I'm going to see it through, I wanted it to seem neat and pretty, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is going to be on the back of our card. So I'm going to kind of like slide it in. There is 1/8 of an inch around. So there's a little bitty border that you'll have there. 1, 3, or 4 are so far your favorites. Well, I'm so glad you like so many of them, Diane. That is awesome. Okay, and then we're going to add our designer paper to that piece of Pretty Peacock. So again, we're all on the inside of the card. And this is just centered. And then I have to share this like little whoopsie with you guys. So then there's a piece of Whisper White or Basic White, and that goes here. And I thought, well, I want to decorate the inside of my card, right? We decorate the inside of our card. So I decorated the corner like I always do. And then I realized that you can see where I decorated. Now, you really can't because of the print of that designer paper. It's not really that noticeable. You know, but there's not that nice white even trim because of what I decorated right there. So if you don't want that, then either don't decorate it at all or decorate a little farther in. So this time I'm just going to decorate a little farther in. And I'm doing a totally different flower. I'll go ahead and do wild wheat. And that's all I'm doing. Just one flower farther in, you know, like away from that edge. I'm running out of all my adhesives tonight. That one's out. My tear-in tape is out. And then this is also going to be centered. Okay. And all of these layers are on the inside of the card. And then we're going to take this piece and I'm going to get some more tear-in tape. Oh, I have some right here. And I want my stripes to show. So that is what I'm adding adhesive to, because the stripes are going to be adhered to the inside here. So, and again, I found that the stripes really helps mask the adhesive. Because I don't feel like you can, well, I'm out of this one too. Oh, I ripped a little bit of my designer paper. Well, that was a bummer. And then I'm not worried about the overlap of adhesive there because my greeting is going to go over the top of that. I don't think you're going to be able to see that I ripped a little piece of that paper. Ooh. But you might be able to see this fuzzball who is underneath. Well, I think I'm going to use this for a different card. This piece. I'm going to use the other side for a different card. So, and it's got adhesive on it, so I tend to stick things on my camera arm whenever I add adhesive and I need to like put it up. So yeah, that's where it's going to go. I'll use that hopefully tomorrow or something when I come down here to stamp. Okay, let's grab a different piece. Because we don't want any fuzzies on our adhesive. Okay, try this one more time. Don't mess it up this time. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to center this on the white. Center, center, center. And then I'm going to close my card. And then you have all those layers. And you can't really see the adhesive because of, like I said, because of the stripes. Here, like you can see that there are stripes of adhesive, but you could either add a piece of white to the back of this if you wish, or like, I don't know. I'm not really that concerned. I feel like if someone's looking at the back of my card and nitpicking over the adhesive, then they're not getting a handmade card next time. But, but yeah, it's all good. And then now we're just going to punch our greeting. And we have, it's your birthday, that's in green, so I need to clean that off. And this is stamped in the missing color. Poppy Parade is missing. How am I so blind? Ah, there it is. It was underneath my dimensionals. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of stamp this in the upper corner of my greeting piece, and then kind of decorate with some flowers all around. So I'll stamp this like down in the corner, and a little Poppy Parade center, and these little flowers, this flower cluster. Also, I want to show you guys, this flower cluster actually kind of like nestles into the flower. Like, look how it nestles into that punch, or I mean into that petal so fabulously. Like, Stampin' Up! Really nails it sometimes with either that or maybe they didn't do that on purpose. I think they did. Because it kind of goes with like some of the other prints. But like, how cool is that? Like, the stamp image like nestles in there for like a really cool looking stamped image. And then I just have some baker's twine. So what I do with this is I kind of wrap it around my 4 fingers. And see the ends kind of come together. And then, again, I just kind of add just a hair of adhesive in the back. Place this over it. But I want my ends to be, like, on the adhesive. And then I'm going to add dimensionals over the top. And then add this to the very front of the card. And then we're gonna add some of those fabulous pearls. I was like that I don't know where they are. I think the pearls that I was using are almost gone, and so I'm starting to like lose them because the clear piece that they're on, but we'll use these blue ones. And I'm going to do one there and then 2 little ones up here. And you can always kind of like fluff out those loops a little bit more if you wish. And, oh, our envelope. Where is our envelope for this card? I don't even know. I had an envelope, didn't I? And we'll do another one of those little flower clusters, although I did just close one of the ink pads. We'll just do that little flower. So that is card number 5. So you can let me know which one did you think was the hardest. I don't know. Those last 3 I feel like were kind of equally as hard or just had like a fun technique and a fun look to them. But you can let me know which one you thought was the hardest. And then, of course, definitely let me know which one your favorite is. So we have card number 5, the window sheet card. We have card number 4, the envelope card. Card number 3, the book double open card. Then we have card number 2 with all the fun punches. And card number 1, Christmas. You could also change up any of these greetings to fit your style or the designer paper. I will say I did this card at stamp class, my in-person one as well, and everyone wanted the Christmas greeting for that. So everybody put the Christmas greeting on there instead of the wishing you a fun-filled special day. So they all thought that this card was a Christmas card. I am still not so sure I would agree that it's a Christmas card. But it is green and red and super fabulous, and they all loved it and thought it was a Christmas card. So I don't know. I guess you can do whatever greeting you want on any of your cards. You love number 4 and 5? Oh, how fabulous. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. Of course, I do have a sneak peek of the next one. The next one uses the Oh Holy Night Suite. And so we're just going to run through these cards real quick so you can see them. I will be going over all of these cards and we'll be making them in November. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's November 17th. It is the Friday before Thanksgiving. We'll be stamping together for the November online card class. So if you wish to get the card kit for that one before it sells out, as the card kit packets tend to sell out quickly, and I think this one will sell out super quick, then leave me a message or reach out to me, whatever works, Laura at LaurasStampPad.com, so that you can make sure that you're first on the list for that. Otherwise, you can always follow me on my Facebook, Laura's Stamp Pad. You can also check out my blog, LaurasStampPad.com. And again, if you find Laura's Stamp Pad, you're going to find me. So you can reach out to me any way that you wish. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Friday night. Stay safe out there in the weather. Stay warm, whatever, wherever you live. Stay warm, stay cool, stay hydrated. And happy Halloween to all of you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.